The quickest way for the Pacers to make people forget how they played in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs is to play the way they did Sunday against the Miami Heat.
Which is the way that we all thought they could play at home, where they only lost 6 of 41 games in the regular season, as opposed to the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, where they lost 4 of just 7 in the Hoosier State. Game 1, Eastern Conference Finals, Heat Pacers. As my dude Jack Bauer would say, the events in these highlights occur in real time. Before the game, LeBron had this to say about the matchup.
All year, they wanted home court all year. Be careful what you wish for, man. Y'all know what this is about, man. They don't like us, we don't like them.
Montagues and Capulets, Jets and Sharks, Hatfields and McCoys, Heat and Pacers. Indy spreading the floor early. Roy Hibbert catches down low. 3 Heat defenders converge on Roy, leaving Paul George open for 3. Have some. George shot 7 of 13. A few minutes later, Mario Chalmers drops down to provide help defense on George, as in Paul, leaving George, as in Hill, open for 3. Then George, as in Paul, draws the attention of Chalmers. As a result, George, as in Hill. Indy putting the champs on blast. Pacers 5 of 6 from the land of 3 in the first quarter. Dwayne Wade and Lance Stevenson battling in the first half. Wade drives, and then pull-up jumper right in Stevenson's grill and his foul. D-Wade even yelled at Stevenson and won at that point. Later in the quarter, Stevenson crosses over Wade and makes the layup. Stevenson said on Saturday he was going to try and run D-Wade to make his knee flare up. Wade's like, how you like my knee now, Lance? When guarded by each other in the first half, Wade scored 11 points. Lance had 6. Pacers up 10 at recess. Third quarter, Heat down 11. LeBron James. Leave it, that's grown man basketball right there. Brown, 25 points, 10 boards, Heat down 9. David West and the Pacers will respond quickly. West backdoor to George, who finishes with the lay-in. Pacers up 17. West finds Lance Stevenson. Booyah! 11-2 run for the Pacers early in the third. Here's Eric Spoelstra during a timeout.
We will get this game if we lock in. Trust me, we'll get this game.
Under a minute to play in the third, Heat trying to get the game. LeBron on the alley. Birdman freaks the oop. Bron at 5 dimes. Heat now down 13. Next Pacers possession. LeBron comes up with the steal. Freaks the oop on the other end. LeBron 10 rebounds along with his 25 and 5 dimes. Heat down 11. Fourth quarter, LeBron to Dwayne Wade. Wade filthy good in this game. A team high 27. Heat coming back. They're down 9. But next Pacers possession. Paul George. That's why dude's an all-star. Old school three-point play. Pacers up 86-74. Later in the fourth, Paul George. Shut him down, son. Indy shot 51%. They out-rebounded the Heat by 9. They basically rocked Miami's world, winning the game 107-96. So the Pacers have the Heat right where they want them. Indy up 1-zip with home court advantage and momentum. The Heat, on the other hand, have the Pacers right where they want them. What? Come again? Well, for the 5th time in the Big 3 era, the Heat have lost Game 1 of a series. They've gone on to win each of the previous 4 series, including doing it in 4 straight games 3 times. The Pacers, though, right now, paying no attention to that.
I don't think we played a solid game all the way through. We had a lot of mistakes, and they took advantage of it. Obviously, a 3-point shot is a big thing for our team, and tonight they weren't there. You know, no one had it going. You know, we had some really good looks. They didn't fall. We just got to do a better job executing in the next game.
I believe the things that we didn't do great today, we'll do better in game 2, and then it'll be another challenge. So, like I said, this is the first game. You know, they drew the first blood. And, you know, we got to come and figure it out. You know, we are a confident team. You know, we feel that we can win here. But, you know, we have to play a lot better on the defensive end of the floor, you know, to be able to do that.
If you would say coming into the game that we would score 96 and have over 50 in the paint, I would say we'd be in the driver's seat for a win if we do our normal, even anywhere close to our normal defense. That wasn't the case.
Obviously, it's a very physical front line, and, you know, it's going to have to be a collective group. Not just one guy or 2 guys. We all have to get down there and help one another out. They out-rebounded us by 9. You know, so we got to do a better job of that. You know, so we will see. We will make adjustments, and we'll be a better team in game 2.
Well, the Pacers had been telling anyone who would listen that if they would have gotten home court advantage a year ago, they would have beaten the Heat and gone on to win the NBA title. Now they have the opportunity to cash the check. Their mouths have been writing. Indiana earned the East top seed, and all that goes with it. Home team off to a good start in the Eastern Conference Finals. Significant considering the Pacers had home court the previous 2 series and lost both of those openers. So, Eric Spoelstra, your move.
We are going to figure this out together. What it's going to take is great trust. You guys are going to have to trust to do your job. You're going to have to trust the other guys are going to have to do the job. You're going to have to trust that we're going to come up with an answer in the next 24 hours for that. And we will, okay, collectively, all right? But let's make sure we keep this all in perspective. It's about figuring out how we can do this better next game.
Paul George scored 24, David West 19. Pacers protect home court, 107-96 win over the Heat. Indiana led wire to wire, never even gave the Heat a chance to tie the score after starting the game with a 5-0 lead. Here's Mark Schwartz from Indy.
In this series, size matters. Indiana has plenty of it. In Game 1, the Heat countered with a small lineup that surprised the Pacers. It also seemed to ignite their highest scoring first quarter in 3 months.
We just gave up too many points in the first quarter. You know, George Hill, we let George Hill get into the real good groove to start the game. Defensively, we had a couple breakdowns, a couple miscommunication errors, which we will clean up, and we'll figure it out going to Game 2.
I think they had whatever they wanted, to be honest with you. If they wanted post-ups, they got post-ups. They wanted pick and roll, they got pick and roll. We did not do a very good job of taking away anything from that. They had a full offensive menu.
While LeBron James banged with David West in the paint, Shane Battier tried to shadow Paul George. None of it worked.
Having Battier on me, you know, I think I'm a little quicker. It doesn't, you know, pose that much of a threat for me.
Eric Spoelstra, who benched Battier for the larger Udonis Haslem to start the second half, would not commit to a Game 2 starter. But the Heat vow to figure it out, and usually they do. Twice during the Big Three era, Miami has lost Game 1 on the road, only to storm back and win each series 4 games to 1.